Absolutely. I'm happy to expand on this a little bit more. Uh, I don't always cover my system in detail in every video, so I understand how there's a confusion if you haven't been following me for a while. So to recap, these lines are coming in directly from my traction battery. This is an all-electric vehicle, so 100% electric, big electric battery under the car. That comes in to the amplifier here, and there's also a 12-volt bus, which is fed by this lithium pack that I built with the balancer. So let me explain why there is a 12-volt side. So if we open up the amplifier, we'll see that it's quite a bit different than a normal 12-volt amplifier in a normal car audio setup. Most of the space in those amplifiers have a bunch of capacitors, and they're used to build up 12 volts and essentially transform it into 140, 160 volts. This amplifier doesn't really have that stage at all because you're already getting a high power signal in. So what happens is the 400 volt comes in, and then we have these huge IGBT MOSFETs here. They're rated for 600 volts. So they're quite massive, right? And all the circuitry here is essentially allowing us to take in the RCA signal from the radio. And at the end of the day, all we're doing with this 12 volt side is we're controlling the IGBTs. So it's sending a control signal that allows the IGBTs to pull from the 400 volt side and send out an AC signal to the subwoofers. So the 12 volt is for the control section. This is what essentially toggles the frequency jitter on the IGBTs to create AC current from DC current. So again, you'll see that this amplifier may look physically small. A lot of people are, they don't believe how much power this thing can put out when they first see it because the architecture is completely different than what you find in a normal amp. But you can see just how much aluminum we have everywhere because we got to cool out these massive 600 volt IGBTs. So hopefully that answers why we still need a 12 volt signal that is still bifurcated and separated from the car 12 volt control system to control 400 volt DC to turn it into 400 volt AC.